Welcome to Weeping Willow Homestead. Today I have a food pantry haul for you. This is our small town church run food pantry. They are open twice a month and you can come in twice. And it is a shop one, which means you get to pick and choose what you want. So there might be like a shelf of cereals and you get to pick so many cereal. There might be a shelf of canned goods and you get to pick so many different canned goods. So that's kind of nice because it allows me to choose things that I know our family will eat and leave the things that I know that we won't eat for someone else that will. So I'm going to do this probably pretty rapid fire. I got there at 9:30 and left at 12:30. It was a 3-hour wait today. So I'm not going to complain about it. I know it's free food, but I was not planning on being gone that long, and I have not eaten yet today, and now it is almost 1 and I'm hungry. So I came home and fed the kids, and yeah, I'm ready to get this put away so that I can get me something to eat. So let's jump in and see what we picked this time, what we were blessed with. They had this or some vegan sausages, and so I chose this. This was really good last time. Like, I was actually highly impressed with it, and I even ate some of it. It's not super low carb. I have to eat low carb. Yeah, half of the pizza is 46 carbs, so not great. I just ate like a slice just to try it, but it was really good. So if you have to eat gluten-free, maybe check out this Cauliflower brand. I have no idea how much it is in the store. A 2-pound thing of venison, yay. If they had had a different meat option, I would have chosen it because we have venison in the freezer, but they didn't, so I picked it up, and that's fine. A thing of thin sliced Swiss cheese, some frozen mashed potatoes. These, I have picked these up before, and these are actually quite good and make for a nice quick and easy side. 2 more of these banana pudding ice cream sandwiches. The kids liked these. I did cut them in half because they are 69 carbs and 470 calories per ice cream sandwich, which is ridiculously, yeah. So we did cut those in half, and they were just fine with that. 2 more of these Outshine smoothie cubes. We have been using those to make smoothie popsicles. A thing of vanilla almond milk. I did open one of these and tried it, and it's pretty tasty. This organic Solit. And it's the description on it is funny because it's structured reverse osmosis super water. Ooh. 2 things of vanilla yogurt. Fruits and veggies wise, they did have tomatoes as well, but I passed on those because we're just not huge hothouse tomato fans. We like those fresh garden ones. So yeah, I did pass on those. A nice sized pineapple, 3 oranges, a mango, a white onion, and some baby carrots. So nice on the fruit for sure. And that mango feels like it's probably ripe. And she did say that the pineapple is ready to go too. Let me test that. Oh, I don't know. Supposed to be, oh, there, that one pulled. If you pull on the spikes and it comes out easy, it means that it's ready. So I don't know. Hang on just a second. All right, sorry, had a little one that needed help with something. We got to pick quite a bit of pasta this time, so I did some red lentil spaghetti. There's some gluten-free lasagna noodles, so at some point I'm going to make some lasagna. Some box mac and cheese, and then, some orecchiette, which, if I recall correctly, that's ear, because they're kind of ear-shaped. It was just a fun shape, so I picked those as something different. Some Italian pearled farro. Tell me what to do with this, because I picked it up. It was one of those where they didn't have a whole lot of options, and I thought, well, that's a weird one, and if for no other reason, I could feed it to the chickens. But if you have something that you use this for, tell me, and I will experiment. A thing of taco seasoning. I could pick up a whole thing of ranch dip mix, and so I did. It is just add sour cream, so I can use those to make ranch dip, or I have several recipes that you put it in like a pot roast kind of thing, or in that cracked chicken that you cook in the crock pot. So I might put that on the menu for this next month. Some split yellow peas, 2 things of ramen noodles. We could pick 3 cereals this time, so I did another of this apple cinnamon oatmeal. The kids liked it. There is this Mesa Sunrise with raisins. I figured it was probably kind of like a Raisin Bran, which a couple of my kids really like. And then another box of this blueberry almond granola. This stuff is delicious. Yeah, that's dangerous for me. 3 loaves of bread. We have a rosemary loaf that's a take and bake, and I usually slice that like 3 slices deep and make it into pizza, so that's probably what that will go for. A thing of thin sliced good seed Dave's Killer Bread. Excuse me, took a drink of that water and I shouldn't have. And then was a full loaf of just standard cheapy wheat bread, and I made the kids peanut butter jelly sandwiches to hold them over. Some shelf-stable goods, a thing of syrup, a thing of pasta sauce. They also had the canned vegetables, and I passed on all of those. We're just not big canned vegetable fans, and I kind of have a little bit of a stockpile of those going. I call it my zombie apocalypse food, that we will use it. I watch the expiration dates. I write the expiration dates on the top, and when it gets close, I will use it, whether the kids like it or not. But I kind of just cycle through those cans that we've got of that. Some sweet and sour sauce. This looked interesting. Cinnamon swirl peanut butter. I thought that would be yummy. A thing of fruit cocktail and a can or a thing of sardines. This is a great way of getting calcium into your kids, especially if they aren't milk drinkers or if you have a milk allergy, because sardines still have the bones in them, and they are extremely high in really usable, like your body is able to use the calcium in those. So what I do when I make tuna salad, I will make like 3 cans of tuna and 1 can of sardines. The kids don't notice the sardines at all. It just kind of gets all mashed together. You could also do like tuna cakes, that kind of thing. And it gets that really good calcium in them, because I mean, like, the best calcium. It's not, some calciums aren't great. Your body can't use them as well, but calcium from fish bones is extremely usable. So another thing of D3, these zinc gummies, which I thought would probably be helpful for if we get any more colds this winter, which so far I made elderberry syrup, and since we have started taking that on the regular, we haven't gotten sick. Knock on wood, fingers crossed, prayers said. So, but I just thought having those around and having them for if kids are sick, probably useful. A thing of dish soap. If you have been around for a while, you know that a while back, like it's probably been over a year, I got a 5-gallon bucket of dish soap. And I'm looking at it right now, and it's still about half full. But I was not impressed with the 5-gallon bucket of dish soap. It did not work well. I hand wash all of our dishes, so trust me, I have got some experience in that. So what I have done is a couple other times we have gotten bottles of dish soap, and what I do is I just open the bucket and I dump in the other bottles of dish soap that, like, Palmolive brand, Dawn, even Aldi's brand was better than the 5-gallon bucket soap. I have always contemplated buying the dish soap or the laundry soap by the 5-gallon bucket because it's cheaper per ounce. But if the laundry soap is anything like the dish soap, I wouldn't do it. That's my personal opinion. So that's what I will do with this, is I will just dump it into that bucket and we just keep using. It's got like one of the pump handles. Hang on, I'll show you. Ready? We're going to swing over here to my laundry room. Please excuse the baskets of clean laundry. So that 5-gallon bucket right there is that dish soap. So it's got that pump on the top. So anyway, long-winded. Said I was going to do this fast. A toothbrush. Some parchment paper is always useful in preventing stickage. And then 2 more of these boxes of liquid vitamin D. All of my kids take vitamin D during the winter. We live in the Midwest. It is nasty, gross, overcast half the time in the winter. So we all take vitamin D. And I just thought I've picked these up several times now because they have so many of them. And they don't expire until 2027. I don't have babies anymore. But I kind of thought if we were to get something like a stomach virus where the kids aren't keeping a whole lot down, being able to still get their D in them because I could just add this to their water was my thought process on that. So yeah, that's why I have picked up several of those, because they don't actually have, because they're a sample box, they only have 15 drops in the bottle. It's not even a full bottle. So that's kind of my thought process, is that that I would probably use the entire bottle in a matter of a couple of days, giving all of my kids vitamin D. So, all right, I am quickly going to go put this stuff up, and then I do have a second very small round of snacky stuff, so I will be right back. Okay. I should really learn to stop and catch my breath before I do that. I have more of snacky type things, dessert type items now. We got 2 cases of this Propel again, which is awesome. My husband really likes these, and I guess I probably ought to, at the rate we're getting them, let my kids start drinking some of them. Maybe not the whole bottle, but we could pick up 7 individual drinks, and I made my mommy heart very happy and picked up 7 of these Topo Chico, and it is the grapefruit flavor, which is delicious. These are like extreme sparkling water. If you don't like the burn feeling that you get from some sparkling waters, don't drink these out of the glass bottle. The plastic bottles aren't as bad, but these glass bottles are, I like it. So I picked up 1 thing of this flaming hot beef jerky. We're going to see whether the kids will eat it. I've got a couple of kids that don't mind the flaming hot stuff, so I figured we would give it a go. We got to pick 3 things of chips. I picked these, you guys know, these Snyder's of Hanover pretzel pieces are amazing. So I picked up 1 of those of the Buttermilk Ranch. I did 1 veggie straws and then 1 of the veggie crisps, because I know all of my kids like those. They had a bunch of really interesting snacky items this time. So I got some Pop'ems veggie flour baked snack cracker. I'm interested to see, the carbohydrate count isn't great on it, but nice clean ingredients. So I'm interested to try those and see how they taste. I'm kind of betting that they're going to be like a goldfish cracker almost. I don't think any of my kids have ever had Mexican wedding cookies, so I picked up a thing of those. I remember them being really good. We got 1 of those last time, and the kids all really liked it, as well as this licorice. They all really liked it as well. I did the big thing of sandwich cookies. They had some other cookies that were like smaller packs, but I did the family size one because, yeah. And then I also picked up these. My great-grandpa always had a cookie jar growing up, and this and oatmeal cookies was the 2 things he had. He would have like the variety pack of these, and then he would always have the iced oatmeal cookies. And when he passed away, I got his cookie jar. I don't use it as a cookie jar. I actually use it for decoration. It's one of those awful ugly orange like 70s glass jar cookie jars, but yeah, when I saw those, it made me think of him, and I know some of my kids have never had these, so I picked up some of those. Missed that, man. I have a lot. Yeah. Okay. We're just going to keep going. Seaweed wraps. I will not use these for seaweed. My kids actually just like eating seaweed, like the sheets of seaweed. So we will probably use it for that. Some roasted almonds, olive oil, and lemon. I thought that sounded amazing. I can't do a whole lot of nuts because they make my belly hurt. But, I've got some kids that will eat them, and I know my husband will. And at that flavor, I bet all of them will like it. Baby items, they had a bunch this time, so I picked up these sweet corn roundabouts, and I thought those sounded interesting. I don't know whether they're the round shape or the circular shape or a mix of the 2. I guess I should open some. A lot of times when I get done with this and there's the snacky things that we haven't ever tried before, I will call the kids in and we will open up a bunch of random packages and just try a bunch of different things. So we might end up doing that. We could pick up a whole sleeve of these. So the last time I picked these up, my daughter was just in love with the fact that Peter Rabbit was on there. We have an audiobook of Peter Rabbit, and she just loves it. So the apple, pea, and spinach, and she likes those. So yeah, we did some of those. And then these are delicious. I don't care for this flavor because I don't like banana flavored things, but I've gotten some of the berry ones before, and they are so good. These I love to have around for if we have a kiddo with an upset stomach, like stomach bug or something like that, and you're starting to introduce foods back in. Having something like this that they can put one in their mouth and let it dissolve and then swallow it and see how their tummy handles it is how we handle reintroducing food after a stomach bug. So yeah, those are nice for having around for that type of thing. So all right, that is everything. Huge blessing, y'all. Huge blessing. Worth the 3-hour wait. It's tough. I don't like having to sit there. I don't like leaving my kids at home for 3 hours by themselves. We do have my old cell phone that we have on our plan, that we do have a phone for them for at home. So I can communicate with them. I still don't like it. They sit at home and watch a movie, so it's not that big of a deal. But especially today, just being as late as it was, I think maybe next time I go to this one, when I got there, it was packed. There were like the parking lot was full. It was very busy. By the time I left at 12:30, there were like 2 people there. I was one of the last ones to show up at that rush. So I'm kind of thinking maybe next time I might try giving my kids lunch and then leaving and get there at like 12:30 and try that. The biggest issue is that by then, like 30 other people have went ahead of you and some of the items are no longer available. But we're not picky. So it's one of those where I will pick up the weird things, that nobody else is picking. So I don't know. Yeah, we'll see. Maybe we'll try that next time. But all right, if you need help, I'm going to say it and I'm going to say it again and I'm going to yell it from the back. If you need help, please go get help. Do not wait until you have no food left in the house. Don't wait until your kids are hungry. Don't wait until you haven't eaten. Don't wait until your bills aren't paid. Don't wait to get help, because I truly think that if more people were to get help when they are on the verge of needing help instead of waiting until last second and getting help, I think it would be easier for people to get out of the trouble, out of, like charging things on your credit card or not paying bills and then having like the overage fees on the bank and those kind of things. Get help now. And then maybe you only have to go a couple of times. Maybe you have to go for a year. Maybe you have to go for 3 years. Whatever it takes. Get help, because it's there and they love you and they want to support you, and that's why it's here. 90% of this food was headed for the dumpster. I can see that expired in December. This expired last month. That's half of this food that's what it is that it's things that are expired or getting ready to expire. And so the stores have to get rid of it. They have to part ways with it. There are some things that are donated, some things that are, the food pantry has a budget, that kind of thing. But so much of it is food that's going bad. So you're keeping food out of the dumpster. You're feeding your family. You're helping yourself get a little bit further along. Go get help. I'm giving you permission. I'm telling you. Go get the help if you need it. So, all right, I'm going to put this stuff maybe away. Maybe I'm going to go eat something. But yeah, that is everything. Thank you so much for watching this. I hope you guys have a great day. Goodbye and God bless.